We work long hours, we take work home, we even work during the summer when we aren't getting paid.
Right now on WRAL, why teachers say lawmakers have a skewed vision of what they do for a living.
Plus, a new law takes effect that will impact state tests for reading, what you can do with your children to get them ready to read to achieve.
And how a local organization is trying to make it easier for residents to get fresh food in Raleigh.
Hello, I'm Nicole Smith.
And I'm Irfan Urazi. Thanks for joining us tonight. Our top story, a controversial new law that has many educators in our state upset.
The law will end teacher tenure by 2018. It also determines pay raises for teachers who qualify for them. Rashad Harnett is live at the state capitol to explain how school districts are getting involved. Rashad?
Now, North Carolina teachers are already some of the lowest paid teachers in the country, but under a new law, only the top 25% of them will be offered pay raises each year. Now, that has a number of teachers saying the law is divisive and just plain unfair. Walking through the halls of her old teaching grounds, the memories come flooding back.
Each student was assigned to a computer.
Glenda Gooch retired from teaching at Leesville Road High School in 2011 after a series of budget cuts led to one of the largest waves of retirement in Wake County schools.
Teacher morale was being affected.
Now, after the repeal of career status protections for teachers, she says low morale could lead to another massive retirement wave. Under a new state law, teacher tenure will be entirely scrapped by 2018. Only the top 25% of teachers will be offered pay raises and 4-year contracts. Lawmakers haven't yet made clear how they'd rate top teachers. Senate Leader Phil Berger released a statement saying, "Many of our school systems already evaluate teachers and provide merit pay. We hope Wake County Public Schools will embrace the opportunity to reward top-performing teachers." Wake schools and a number of other districts have publicly opposed the law, saying it could divide teachers. The North Carolina Association of Educators is encouraging teachers not to take the contract.
It does not take into consideration all the collaboration that teachers use whenever they're trying to provide a quality education for our students. So they're quite frustrated with this new bill.
Monica Wilkerson knows that frustration all too well.
We work long hours, we take work home, we even work during the summer when we aren't getting paid.
In the meantime, teachers who don't have a guaranteed contract are taking it one lesson plan at a time. Now, a number of lawmakers have already agreed that the law needs to be revised. They've created a legislative task force to come up with new solutions and changes to the system of teacher pay in North Carolina. And they'll be giving those suggestions to the General Assembly. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, Rashad, we know how critical teachers are here in North Carolina, so let's hope they can work something out soon. Thanks for that report. North Carolina's teacher salary ranks lowest in the country. According to the National Education Association, our state ranks 46th in the nation. The average salary for teachers in North Carolina is slightly above $45,700. The national average is about $56,000.
The state announced a new retirement option for teachers and educators. The 403B plan will be offered statewide as a retirement option for teachers and school personnel. 403B plans are similar to 401K plans. State Treasurer Janet Cowell explained the plans at the North Carolina School Administrators Conference.
A lesson in subtraction for the Fort Bragg school system, where combining 3 schools into one will mean job cuts. Kimberly Hampton Primary School will open for the next school year for about 600 students. It will replace Pope Elementary, Holbrook Elementary, and Murray Primary. About 30 jobs could be lost, most in administration, teachers, and support staff next year. Would you want to take a test without studying? Thousands of North Carolina third graders may have to do just that.
And what's worse, many parents and children alike have no idea. Brianna Foster joins us live in Raleigh to explain.
It all goes back to the Read to Achieve law. It passed in 2012, and part of it means a new standardized test for third graders. Now, students have questions and parents want answers.
The third graders in Jeff Maynard's class hang words on walls and use technology to refine their reading skills.
That was my problem because it wasn't coming
Their
on.
skills could be put to a new test. Briar Creek Elementary is one of many schools in the state adopting the Read to Achieve law. Supporters of the testing say it's for a good purpose, but comes with a lot of confusion.
Testing is new to them,
And for a while we were doing a lot of tests, and it was taking a lot of time, and the way things are done now have changed a bit. So it's come off as a positive thing in a lot of ways.
Susan Holler is the parent of 2 children at Briar Creek. She says the assessments are important, but preparation is key.
I do think that with the implementation of it this year, it was sort of dumped on the 3rd grade families a little bit early, and it was something that they weren't quite prepared for or knew enough about when it was put into place.
It's standard.
State Superintendent June Atkinson says there's a lot of conflicting information out there for parents and hopes the process will smooth out.
Some of the problems that have been identified this year will be minimized next year. And we ask our parents to work with our teachers, to work with their children, because our goal is that all children can read well.
Parents can do one simple thing to prepare their children.
Sharks have a bite 20 times stronger.
Now, the U.S. Department of Education recommends helping a child by simply reading together daily.
Atkinson says you read more to achieve more. And as the saying goes, practice makes perfect, especially when it comes to reading.
The first Read to Achieve test will be given in May. Education officials are still deciding who out of the 105,000 third graders in the state will have to take that test. Back to you.
All right, Brianna, a lot of conflicting information here. Hopefully, parents and students can get their questions answered soon.
In an effort to launch kids toward that achievement goal, State Superintendent June Atkinson launched the Give 5, Read 5 campaign. The idea is to get people to donate 5 new or gently used books to their local elementary school. Last year, more than 123,000 books were donated. They were sent home with students at the end of the school year.
Coming up, healthy foods can be hard to find. That could soon change.
When the buses are not around, they're around.
A mobile farmers market is hitting the road and sharing fresh food.
And a proposed ordinance may stop dogs from playing at the park.
And the debate between vaporizers and cigarettes continues when we return. Fresh fruits and veggies are tough to find in some local areas. Mobile farmers markets are part of an effort to fix these fresh food deserts. Anissa Jabbar is live in Raleigh with more details on the Fresh Wheels.
For some people, fresh food is a bus ride to the local supermarket. They're unable to walk or drive to the store. But now one nonprofit organization is working to make it easier to bring fresh food closer to them.
Carl Watson loves fresh fruits and vegetables, but because of his physical challenges, it's difficult to get to locations that sell fresh groceries.
It's hard for a lot of the senior citizens and the older people like myself that's handicapped and disabled to get around to get to the stores as often as we would like.
Watson lives in an area short on whole food providers, but heavy on local convenience stores and fast food restaurants. These areas are also known as food deserts, a statewide problem in North Carolina.
For those who don't have transportation, healthy choices like fresh fruits, vegetables, and meats are hard to reach, which often leaves unhealthy junk food like this sugary snack easier to find.
String beans, bell peppers, and the squash.
Demetrius Hunter directs Grocers on Wheels and is part of an effort to bring healthier foods to people who live in these areas.
What we want to do is just, make it a convenience. We want to make fresh, serve them fresh produce and have it right at their homes.
What can we do?
Representative Yvonne Hawley is trying to find a solution that targets food insecurities in Raleigh.
A lot of times you go places and you're having to grab something on the go and you go in the store and it's nothing but junk food.
And that's why Carl Watson is sold on Grocers on Wheels.
Well, if they couldn't come out, then that would be a detrimental to the community because they're serving a purpose and they're serving a need.
People who benefit from Grocers on Wheels don't have wheels of their own, but the organization provides the service of delivering groceries to their front door and saving them the hassle of carrying these grocery bags on their bus ride home. Back to you.
Any initiative that helps us all eat a little bit healthier is an important one. Thanks, Anissa. Work keeps moving forward on a controversial house in Raleigh's historic Oakwood neighborhood. We've been tracking this story since last week. On Tuesday, the city's Board of Adjustment ruled that construction on a contemporary house must stop for now, after a neighborhood filed a complaint. However, the city told us there was no plans to issue a stop work order. The homeowners received approval from the Historic Development Commission last fall. Now they must decide whether to make major changes to the house, appeal the decision, or just tear it down.
The City of Raleigh wants your input on proposed improvements for Hillsborough Street. New plans call for adding more bike lanes, medians, and lighting to a section of Hillsborough between Gardner and Rosemary Streets. More roundabouts are also on the table. The $6 million project is part of the recently passed transportation bond. The first phase of the streetscape project was completed some 5 years ago. Proponents of the project say these kinds of changes make a difference.
There's been probably $300 million worth of redevelopment projects that have come to the street, either been started, underway, or proposed.
If you would like to find out more about the proposed changes, the city is holding a public meeting on Tuesday night at 6 at the Forest Hill Baptist Church. And spending time with your dog may soon not be a walk in the park. Complaints and safety concerns have members of Raleigh City Council considering banning canines from some park areas. Hector Mejia is live in Raleigh with the details behind the plan. Hector?
Right now it's a recommendation, but if it becomes an ordinance, it would ban retractable leashes like this one and keep dogs from city athletic fields. Now, you might expect dog owners to dislike the idea, but some we spoke with weren't as upset as you might think.
You want the ball? You want the ball? Come on.
John Gosnell and his wife rescued Elvis about 6 months ago.
I love him. He's like a kid, you know. He's just grown on me, and, you know, I spoil him. I can't help myself.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
There's no doubt dogs can quickly become part of the family, but people who take their dogs to playing fields might be breaking the law if the council passes the ordinance. Gosnell backs the idea.
Playing fields are for playing sports, so, you know, they're not for dogs. You know, they can cause damage to the baseball field. There's any number of things, you know, the grass, the sand.
We've had concerns raised by citizens over the last 4 to 5 years related to dogs running at large in particular areas, dogs defecating in these areas.
The ordinance would ban dogs from places like playing fields, tennis, basketball, volleyball courts, and playgrounds. Dogs without leashes in city parks would also be banned. A length of no more than 6 feet could become the new standard.
Rukia, he sit. Good girl. I don't like the 6 feet rule. I like an retractable one, but like most of the time we're out in an area like this where I'm on a sidewalk, there's nobody around, and she wants to go out in the woods.
You want a treat?
Wake County Animal Services Director Jennifer Federico thinks the rule might go too far.
Really, the only ones you're punishing at the end of the day are the dogs.
As long as you have places where you can release your dog in a controlled atmosphere, I think that's where you take them.
City officials are asking the council to develop more dog parks around Raleigh to meet demand. The ban could be voted on in the upcoming council meeting. Now back to you.
All right, thanks for that report, Hector. A big change for Market Fair Mall in Fayetteville. Here's what the new renovations will look like. The new owners want to knock down 2 wings of the Carmack Cinemas and create an outdoor courtyard. It will be lined with upscale shops and restaurants. Market Fair opened in 1985, but it has struggled to compete with the bigger Cross Creek Mall.
Up next, vaporizers are replacing cigarettes, but are they really a healthy alternative?
I used to smoke Marlboro Lights about 20 years, pack a day.
Find out more about the debate in minutes.
Vaporizers, or e-cigarettes, are believed to be a healthy alternative to tobacco. It's a battery-operated stick that emits vapors instead of smoke, but experts say that the health risks are still up in the air. Siobhan Anderson is live in Raleigh with more on the debate. Siobhan?
Hey guys, well, depending on who you ask here in Raleigh, electronic cigarettes are being used as a stop smoking tool. Health officials are trying to clear the air and let users know about the potential health risks.
Yeah, I used to smoke Marlboro Lights about 20 years, pack a day.
When Alex Mockham switched to e-cigarettes 2 years ago, something surprising happened.
A whole bunch of senses started coming back. I could smell things that I hadn't smelt before. Food tasted better.
He now owns e-cig store and vape lounge in Cary. He believes his customers can use e-cigarettes to wean themselves off of nicotine. Sally Herndon, head of the Department of Health's Tobacco Prevention and Control Branch, disagrees.
E-cigarettes should not be being marketed as a tobacco cessation device.
Herndon says right now it is illegal to market e-cigarettes as a health alternative without approval from the Food and Drug Administration. Her main concern is the unknown health risks, but consumers don't seem to be worried.
I have a client that was smoking 4 packs a day for 40 years.
After giving e-cigarettes a try,
is no longer smoking that, and she's come back here several times and thanked me personally.
Stories like these are driving sales. Profits exploded from $500 million in 2012 to more than $1.5 billion this year.
That's chump change compared to the $100 billion tobacco industry. But a lot of users, including Alex, said he's seen positive improvements after making the switch.
Herndon says without the data, she's hesitant to support e-cigarettes as an alternative. Mockham says he has plenty of proof.
They're success stories. It's motivating for us.
Now, the FDA is expected to come out with announcements about regulations hopefully by the end of the year. For now, North Carolina health officials say electronic cigarette products will be treated just like tobacco. Back to you.
Yeah, with new technology always comes new debates, huh? Thanks, Javon. Next Thursday, kids will be kicking butts, cigarette butts. The annual Kick Butts Day is a nationwide event that celebrates youth in the fight against tobacco. Highlighted this year is the tobacco industry's marketing techniques. Cities from Hudson to Morrisville will hold events to encourage teens to live above the influence. For a more complete list of kick butt events in your area, visit the WRAL website.
Need help taking that next selfie? Well, you're in luck. Apple has an app for that. The company says search the App Store on your phone or tablet and you'll find a full section specifically for taking those pictures, whether it be self-portraits or Snapchat shots. The feature will also be available through iTunes for those who use the program on their computer.
We find out April 10th what word Scrabble is adding to the official game dictionary. Hasbro is working with Merriam-Webster to make the change, and you can help to choose. Go to the Hasbro Game Night Facebook page for the next 2 weeks, then vote on 60 nominations. The word will be in the new dictionary, which comes out in August.
Thank you for watching this special newscast produced by the fellows participating in the CBC UNC Diversity Fellowship.
We appreciate you joining us today. Have a great day.